Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Tech Digest. 4. Amazon Fire Phone. When Amazon first put its hand into the smartphone ring with a Fire Phone, people were anxiously anticipating the device's release. The phone promised a lot, including computational photography, an ambitious UI, and the convenience of having Prime in your pocket. So why isn't there an Amazon Fire Phone released every year, just like flagships from Google, Samsung, and Apple? Because despite some pretty awesome features, it wasn't a great device overall, powering everything inside a quad-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 processor, similar to the Kindle Fire HDX tablets at the time, along with Adreno 330 graphics, storage options of 32 or 64 gigabytes, unlimited cloud storage for photos, 2 gigabytes of RAM, and a 2400 mAh battery. And the Fire Phone's 4.7-inch LCD screen featured a 1280 by 720 resolution and had a quartet of low-power ultra-wide cameras surrounding it for face tracking. In addition to these, for smaller cameras, there was a 2.1 megapixel front camera and a 13 megapixel main rear camera. Though the Amazon Fire Phone did ultimately fail, it functioned quite well when it came to buying and selling things on Amazon. One of the phone's best features was product recognition, though it didn't work all the time. You could show the Fire Phone a book, CD, or DVD cover, and it would bring up the listing for the item. This feature didn't always work well for household items that didn't have a clear title or author. 3. Tonino Lamborghini AA Tauri. Paying $1,000 for a modern smartphone isn't strange. In fact, it's kind of the norm. Sure, there are also smartphones out there for only $100, as well as options that soar past $2,000. The Tonino Lamborghini 88 Tauri smartphone blows the price of other smartphones out of the water, with a shocking price tag of $6,000. And yes, this phone is made by and branded by Lamborghini. Gear noted that the phone's design came off as a bit gaudy. The phone's outer casing consisted of 0.5 thick leather and stainless steel components. All of the metal pieces were colored with physical vapor deposition or PVD, which was meant to help the phone stand up well to normal wear and tear. The 88 Tauri came with a 5-inch display with full HD resolution, an 8-megapixel front camera, and a 20-megapixel main rear camera, which was considered a massive camera at the time the phone was released. Inside, everything was powered by a 2.3 GHz quad-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 processor and 3 gigabytes of RAM. The phone also had 2 SIM functionality and worked with both 3G and 4G networks. Number 2. HTC Exodus 1 Binance Edition. The HTC Exodus 1 Binance Edition was the world's first blockchain smartphone that allows users to manage their Binance Coin or BNB through the native Zion Vault Crypto Wallet app, which uses the Trusted Execution Environment or T to protect your data and private keys. The Zion app integrates with Binance DEX, which allows users to trade on the decentralized exchange directly from the smartphone. Unlike most app-based wallets that are connected to the internet and prone to attacks from malware and hacking attempts, the Exodus One combines its hardware and software technologies to protect you on both fronts. HTC's Binance Edition smartphone essentially acts as a cryptocurrency hardware wallet, storing your digital assets locally on your smartphone rather than solely through a digital wallet. In addition to acting as a hardware wallet that allows users to own their own private keys, the HTC Exodus One also had some decent internal specs, making it a great smartphone as well. Inside is a 3500 mAh battery, a Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor, 6 gigabytes of RAM, and 128 gigabytes of UFS 2.1 storage. The phone has an IP68 waterproof rating, a 12 megapixel and 16 megapixel dual main camera in the back, an 8 megapixel front camera, and a 6-inch Quad HD Plus display. Then to tie everything together, the Binance Edition features a specially designed wallpaper and back phone cover. Number 1. Sony Ericsson Xperia Play. There may not be an Xbox phone out there, at least not yet, but there is a PlayStation phone. Sony Ericsson Xperia Play smartphone launched around the same time as the Sony PSP Go, and honestly, neither phone impressed the public very much. The gamepad controls worked well, and the idea of playing PS1 titles on the go was great, but when Gear reviewed the Xperia Play, the hardware and amount of available games were lacking. The phone ran Android 2.3.3 Gingerbread with Sony Ericsson's custom UI on top and had a 4-inch display with a resolution of 854 by 480 pixels. Beneath the display, the Xperia Play was equipped with a single-core 1 GHz Qualcomm Snapdragon MSM 8255 processor, Adreno 205 graphics, 512 megabytes of RAM, 400 megabytes of internal storage with an expandable micro SD card up to 8 gigabytes, and a 1500 mAh battery. Then there is a front-facing VGA resolution camera and a 5 megapixel main camera on the back. Sony Ericsson's Xperia Play phone may not have been the best in many categories, but the gaming controls prompted the most public interest. There were left and right gaming shoulder keys, and you could slide up the spring-loaded display to reveal a D-pad, PlayStation-style face buttons, triangle, square, circle, and cross, a menu button, and 2 touch-sensitive analog controls to mimic that of the DualShock controller. Opening the controller side automatically shifted the phone into gaming mode. Then Sony Ericsson incorporated a gaming focus within the phone's software as well. Sony Ericsson, the company, added the PlayStation Game Carousel widget, various media controls, and a UI skin with blues and transparent effects rather than Android Gingerbread's black and lime green colors. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.